YouTube fam? It's me, Chris Get Fit Davis on Facebook. Also, not Chris Get Fit, C Get Fit _1 on Instagram. Like I had said, I just did I'm going to do a Q&A for this video. So buckle up and hold on tight because you're going to listen to these answers that I'm about to give, and they're very hard. Hopefully in the future, for me, I want to do like a Facebook Live along with also filming my YouTube as well. So as time, I'll get questions and have a really bigger Q&A, and I'll be on for probably 30 to 45 minutes or so trying to answer questions. So really, this time, I have people inbox me. I have like about 7 questions. So it's a small progress, but it's progressing. But you know, it's definitely going to progress. Let's see what I have here. As I remember some here, and I have them right here because I have my tablet like right beside my recording, my feed right here. I have Aaliyah. Aaliyah has said, "What made me work out?" It's a great question, Aaliyah. First of all, how you doing? What made me work out was one day here, because I stay in Hampton, Virginia. I was what people can remember, people that's here that's older. It used to be called Newmarket Mall, but now it's the Net Center at Newmarket. I walked through there, and one day I was catching the bus. And at the time I was 280 pounds, and they have steps that you have to go up to the second level because I had to go up to the second level to get to the backside to catch the bus. The bus is there, with the one bus that was there for me. And all of a sudden, I was going up the steps, and when I got to the top of the steps, I started really breathing here, really heavy. And I've never done that before in my life. I'm always a person that has stayed in shape. I went to college, I played sports in college, played semi-pro for some years, and I never ever have done that. And that's when I knew in a sense right then, I gotta get back into working out because I cannot feel this way. So that's what got me back into working out, Aaliyah. All right, my man Zay, he says he works out a lot himself. That's a good thing, Zay. What have I done to kind of spice up my workouts or be different to change my workouts? Zay said. Great question, Zay. I do have a few main workouts that I do every day, but in a way I have spiced them up in a sense because of this right here. I have spiced them up to the point of, say, I'll try something new within the workouts that I'm doing. Like this past summer, I got into doing jump roping this past summer to spice it up. I can go back even before that, around the winter time and things. When I used to do my lower body workout, sometimes it used to get kind of boring. So I used to switch up and do a lower body workout on steps. Either I used to run the steps, or I used to do squat jumps on the steps in a parking garage. Then I used to run. I had what is called a walk to 5K app. So with that walk to 5K app, sometimes I would get kind of bored. I would actually run the steps for the walk to 5K app. And that I did change, variations of that. So that's how I do. There's a couple things that I've done. I've changed some workouts, like recently I've added in speed and agility. Basically, I added speed and agility in because I'm going to be doing an alumni flag football game for the college I went to help out with underprivileged families for Christmas, so they can have a really good Christmas. So I'm going to be doing that soon. So in dealing with all of that, those are the different things that I've done to spice up my workouts. Sometimes I'll even add this in too. I love to do cycling. So I did cycling. I've got a bike, and I did cycling as well. So it's a lot of different things that I've done to spice up workouts. And that's a good thing to do, to add something new, because sometimes it's much more funner to do something new as well. So that answers the question for Zay. Let's go, I have Brianna who messaged me. Brianna asked me, how hard was it to stay within my calorie count in the beginning? Brianna, it was very, very hard to stay within my calorie count in the beginning because I was so used to eating the way I wanted to eat. I eat however much I wanted to eat. And then to try to stay within that calorie count, because you'll see what you have burnt. Because sometimes when you burn the calories, most of the time you can eat a little bit more because it ups your calorie intake. So what happens is when it ups your calorie intake, you can eat a little bit more. And I used to think, I have to eat all of this stuff or whatever to get a 0 calorie intake left. And you don't necessarily have to do that because you're gonna blow up. But my issue was this. I'm like, oh man, I want to eat this, because I would get extremely hungry. And all of a sudden, it goes from a 0 to a negative something. I'm like, I got to take something away, because I was doing beginner workouts and things at the beginning. And with the beginner workouts, I was burning a little bit less calories than I was now, significantly less. So it was very hard in the beginning. That's when discipline has to come in, very much, to be honest. All right. William, what's going on, William? That was my grandfather's name. It's my uncle's name. It's William. William said he heard that I said that in my fitness testimony, which is my very first video on here, that I played sports in college. Yes, what I played? I played football. That's what I played. Football position was running back. So that's what I played in college. My next question is from Tina. Tina asks, when did I start seeing results? Actually, for me, and I'm being honest, Tina, I didn't. I felt like I was still the same big guy that I was until one day I was out and I used to have these jogging pants that I used to have, and I used to wear them basically all the time. And what I used to could do, because at the time, being 280 and 260, 270, 280, they have a drawstring, and I could draw. I didn't have to even use the drawstring when I was that big. But all of a sudden, I was walking, I had my wallet in my pocket, everything, and all of a sudden, my pants started falling. So I had to keep hicing my pants up, in a sense. So then I had to tie the drawstring. So in a way there, I was like, I don't know why I had to tie this drawstring. And the only way that I felt like I didn't have to tie the drawstring, because I only weigh myself about once a month. Either every 3 weeks or once a month. So at the time, I'm sitting there and I'm at my sister's house. And my sister, I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, my pants keep falling, I don't know why. She was like, because you're losing weight. You're losing weight. And I'm like, huh? So, I'm very self-conscious. I didn't think I looked good. That's the one thing that, for me, in the sense, I didn't think that my body was getting to that moment. And that's why I just kept pushing harder. That's just something for me. In the sense, I was like, my body doesn't look good, everything doesn't feel good. I don't think this is working. So that's why I used to keep pushing myself harder. And then when I got on the scale, I realized I had, at that time, I'm like, you know what? I've just dropped about 20 pounds, 20, 25 pounds at the time. I was like, so no wonder why. So that's when I realized that I was getting results. I didn't see it, but I realized I was getting it because other people were seeing that I was making progress. All right, so Brian, my man Brian, what's going on, man? Brian said that he heard me say that I played football in high school and in college. And Brian is trying to pursue playing football in college. He's a sophomore in high school now. He wants me to give him any type of workout tips. Okay. There's something else I'm going to add into this video as well, Brian, for you. For workout tips, it just depends on what position that you're going to play. I can only speak about the positions that I was actually trying to pursue playing in college, and that were the teams were recruiting me for. Defensively, I was going to be a defensive back. I was small, 5'11". I'm 5'11", so they wanted me to play DB. A defensive back, really, from Division II on up and higher, you have to be, and these weights I'm talking about is Division II on up. These other weights I'm going to talk about as well. You have to be in between 175 pounds, 185 pounds to basically start out. For wide receivers, you have to be in between 175 and 190. And for running backs, you have to be in between 175 to 210. For me, I played running back. I had just made the cut as a running back. I was 175 when I got out of high school, and they were pushing me to get to 185. But one of the key things is to get to these weights and progress, because in college, what you don't have in high school is you have a dietitian nutritionist. You have to make certain weight. And that just doesn't go for college either. That goes where we go to the pros as well, whether it's CFL, NFL, or semi-pro. You have to make a certain weight to your position. And the one thing about it is, to getting to that weight, don't know what position you're playing, don't know how much you weigh. But what I'll do, Brian, is I'll definitely message you and inbox you, is to get to that weight. What I would prefer, if you're below the weights that I said, I prefer for you to bulk lift as opposed into, trying to lift to get muscle definition. Because bulk lifting, you don't get the muscle definition at first, but you get bigger faster. You get bigger faster. What I would say is to eat just a little bit more. For example, right now I'm eating 3,200 calories per day. If I were to bulk lift, I probably would eat 4,500 calories plus in a day for me bulk lifting, if I was actually bulk lifting. But I'm not. I'm trying to actually get the muscle definition to get a little bit toner. Once you get to that certain weight, and you still feel comfortable at that certain weight, you still have the same speed, agility, explosiveness, and you still have the same power. You probably have more power. Then that's when you start to work on the technique to tone your body and to change your eating habits, which is going to be very, very, very hard at first. It's going to be very hard for you to change, that. So if you're within these certain weights now, that is very good. Do what you have to do to maintain that certain weight or whatever. But one of the key things is, what I would tell you, Brian, is starting to eat healthy now. Eating the right foods now. So to get prepared for whatever they're going to do for you in college as in your calorie intake. But I'm definitely going to inbox you, Brian, about certain things that you could do to eat a little bit healthier and to actually, get to that weight or maintain in between these weights or whatever, especially when with lifting. But I'm doing something especially health issues for you. Not health issues, but actually eating healthy for you right now. This is the very last question, last but not least. This is Yolanda. Yolanda is asking me, how hard was it for me to actually burn calories in the beginning? Oh, Yolanda. Oh, man. It was so hard because I was doing beginner workouts. I felt like I was doing nothing. Yolanda, it was very hard because I would sit there and I would pound my chest because I'm like, I burn like 1,200, 1,300 calories. and everything. And it was very hard because I felt like I wasn't making the progress. But it was very hard for me because in the beginning of working out, you feel like, oh, I'm wore out. I burned over 1,000, between 1,000 and 1,300 calories. It was very hard for me to get to where I'm at today. Now I can burn 3,000 plus and it won't bother me. Heck, I can burn 4,000 and it won't bother me as much. When I did very aggressive 2-a-days, if I do very aggressive 2-a-days, 10 days in a row, I'll get up to about 48 to 5,000 calories, and it will bother me a teeny bit. It was very hard for me to do so because I felt like I was progressing. I it was doing good. And then like one day I burned over 1,700 calories. The next day I had to work out, and I was like, I can't do this. And that's how it was. It was like, I can't do this. But for me, I had that never die spirit. I knew that I could keep going and keep striving and keep burning the calories. So that's what definitely happened. So yeah, it was very hard for Yolanda. That question, Yolanda, that question brought back some memories right there. Oh man, well, I did all my questions. That's it. Please like this video, subscribe, and hit that bell to get any notifications from me, guys. All right, guys, I'm done for tonight. I'm about to go ahead and hit the showers, upload this video, and be on chill. You guys have a very, very blessed night. Peace.